Alright, that's it. I have been working this stress-free, good benefits job for, well, who's counting? I think it's about time I'm entitled to a 3-hour break every day with pay. It's time to eviscerate the proletariat. I am marching straight to Angelo's office, and if my demands are not met, I am going on strike. Ha! We'll see what he has to say about that. That reminds me, let's take a look at some masking tapes and see which one comes out on top. Hobby masking tape. So, if you're like me and you build either planes, tanks, cars, anything with flat surfaces that probably need certain designs on them, then you need a good masking tape. And I have picked out 4 of the brands that we carry. First is, of course, Tamiya, Mr. Hobby, Vallejo, and AK. And even though this is not a masking tape, I thought just for fun, let's take a look at Tamiya's new masking fluid. So, I've got a plain white sheet of styrene here to test this on. We're just going to take some strips from each brand, place them all on the styrene, and then we're going to take some Mr. Hobby spray. This is in German gray. I preferred a black, but we don't have black at the moment. And we're just going to test out each one of these and see which one performs better than the other. Though I personally believe they're all going to do well, but there may be one that stands out above the rest. That's what we're here to find out. Okay, so I'm just going to take this opportunity to quickly put these tapes on the sheet and then write which brand they are. So I will be right back. Alright, so I have applied all the masking tapes onto our sheet, including the masking fluid. There was really no point in showing you how to use this. An idiot can do it. It comes in the handy dropper bottle that everybody is so enamored with now. You just squeeze what you want on and then just spread out the excess with an old brush or a flexible palette knife. Now this one in particular takes 30 minutes to dry, so I'm going to have to wait till we perform our experiment with the spray paint. So yeah, in the meantime, I'm gonna take my unpaid break and I'll be right back. Alright, this has had enough time to dry. Now before we start spraying, one other note I want to make when I was placing these masking tapes on here was that AK, in terms of texture, felt the thinnest of the 4, while Vallejo felt the thickest. So I'm not sure if that's going to have an impact on how these tapes perform, but we'll find out shortly. Yeah, so basically when you're looking for a masking tape, you want a good one that doesn't bleed and doesn't leave residue after you peel it. I mean, if you're doing, like, for instance, invasion stripes on a D-Day Allied aircraft, you definitely want those stripes to be clean. I mean, who doesn't want clean lines when you're painting anything, whether it's a model or a wall? Okay, enough talking. It's time to start acting. I laid down some paper towel here so our handy workstation doesn't get too messy. All right, here we go. God, that stinks. Be good enough. Now I just gotta give this a little bit of time to dry, but it shouldn't take too long, and then we will peel each masking tape and see how each one does. Okay, so now the paint is dry. We can finally get to the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to take each one of these off and see our end result, starting with Tamiya. Very good. Tiny amounts of bleed through on the edge here, but that's very easily manageable with some gentle scraping or just a simple touch-up with paint. Right now, Mr. Hobby, about the same, maybe even slightly better. Yeah, so far this is looking good. Now, Vallejo, again, quite good, but also a little bleed through here. And for some of these cases, that minor amount of bleed through could just be because I didn't maybe press the tape firm enough on those specific areas, or some micro hairs could have gotten underneath it. But for the most part, these are all shaping up to be very good. Lastly, AK. Again, very good. Just very minor bleed through. Oh yeah, another factor I didn't think of. Because spray paint is, you have far less control over it than an airbrush, that too could cause a little bleed through. So I would estimate that if I used an airbrush here, probably all 4 of these would have been perfect. But nonetheless, I don't have much complaints here. One note I do have though, regarding Tamiya tape. A few years ago, I would have called this the undisputed king. Without question, the winner. However, in recent years, very recent years, I have noticed whenever I've used this, specifically whenever I've painted a bare metal aircraft, like anything metallic, chrome, aluminum, that when I put this tape over it and spray whatever color I'm spraying, and then take this off, for some reason, there's a residue, a very sticky residue that just kind of ruins the look of the bare metal. Like, I don't know if possibly Tamiya reformulated this tape in recent years, or if it's a certain clear coat I'm using or whatever. But if you do have a cleaner with a very subtle amount of ammonia in it, like Windex, apparently if you just dip a Q-tip in that, you can just easily remove the residue. So yeah, just keep that in mind whenever you're using Tamiya tape. Oh, and I almost forgot, let's see how the masking fluid from Tamiya turned out. Okay, I clearly didn't let this dry long enough, but the edges at least appear to have dried well enough. Yeah, that seemed to work okay. This little spot here I may have just neglected to cover up, and it does peel off very easily. So yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good product as well. In conclusion, the best masking tape is all of them. They're all winner. They all have little to no bleed through, and they all do their job very well. You're a winner, you're a winner, and you're a winner, and you're a winner. I mean, we wouldn't sell all of them if we didn't think they were great. So check out our website, pick which one you like the best, and pick it up for yourself at Sunward Hobbies, in-store, or online. So thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and until the next one, adios. Whoa. Who's down there?